Hey everybody, it's me again. Part 4 of 5 on my opinions, love or hate of the teams in the NHL. And now I have to adjust it because I didn't realize this silly list that I got online did not actually accurately depict the teams that are in the divisions or the conferences even. So I've got, I just realized, I have Dallas. I had Dallas in my Eastern Conference. No, they didn't belong there. So it's a mess. This this list was the divisions in the 2021 season, which was very screwed up because of COVID. We do not have Seattle in there, which I realized, but I did not realize how unaligned things were. I forgot that in that season, Tampa Bay won the Stanley Cup over Montreal, who are both normally Eastern Conference teams, but not for some reason that realignment changed. It may have been to shorten up. Oh yeah, I know what it was. They made a totally Canadian division here, and that so all of my Canadian teams will be saved for last. I'm probably gonna have love for all of them, not a lot of hate, because in case you guys didn't know, I mentioned it I think in the last video. Canadian team has not won the cup in 30 years. Last one to do it was the 1993 Montreal Canadiens. So I'm going to go what they call the West in this. Let's start off with my second favorite team, my beloved Colorado Avalanche. Of course, I have nothing but love for them. If I were from Quebec, I might have hate because the Quebec fans of the Nordiques, for those of you who don't know, the Quebec Nordiques became the Colorado Avalanche, moved to Colorado in 1995, had a great team, were kind of perennial playoff chokers, and then we got them. And in the middle of that season, we acquired Patrick Waugh from Montreal, and that was the final brick in the unbelievable juggernaut that became the Colorado Avalanche that supplanted the powerhouse Detroit Red Wings for that year, and then swept Florida in the Stanley Cup final. But yeah, I love the team. I like their colors. I was a little bummed that when we got baseball in 1993, Major League Baseball, we named them the Colorado Rockies, and I was like, no, save the Rockies. And the cool logo we had from the Colorado Rockies hockey team from 1978 to 83 or whenever that was, the cool purple jersey with the mountain with the Colorado flag in it. It was a great logo and a great name for a team. And unfortunately, they gave it to the baseball team. And then they had to come up with the Colorado Avalanche, which is fine. I don't like it as much as I would have liked the Rockies, but still, mostly love for this team, unless they somehow play the Islanders in the final. Or when I've gone to the games. I've been to 4 or 5 Islanders versus Avs games. I am and whatever I've been to. So if you want to see the Avs beat the Islanders, come to the game with me, because I'm bad luck for the Islanders. Even when the Islanders have been good and the Avs have been bad, somehow the Avs have pulled it out. So that's okay. So Colorado, love. Let's go down the list. Not a big fan of the California teams. I do like the San Jose Sharks. I'm going to work north to south. San Jose. They're always underachieving in the playoffs except for 1 or 2 years. And I like the goofy shark bite in the hockey stick for the logo. I like that they're at least in a sort of a cooler climate than the other two teams. And I like teal colors, and I've generally liked a lot of players that have come out of San Jose. So yeah, mostly love for San Jose. LA Kings, never liked them. I don't know why. I just never have liked that team. When they wore the goofy purple and gold, like they were trying to look like kings. It was regal colors, purple and gold. Those were a little more fun. And then they went to the black and silver, just like their crosstown, or at the time crosstown for a while. When the Raiders were in LA, they went with that color scheme. And man, I've just never liked them. The very few players I found likable, I like Jonathan Quick. I like when they had Ziggy Palffy, former Islander Ziggy Palffy. But no, mostly hate for LA, mostly hate for Dallas. And Tampa Bay. So those are the 3 I really don't like. Mighty Ducks, don't like them either. I'm glad that those 2 teams finally got their cups. The Kings have 2, the Ducks have 1. I do not like a team that is named after a movie and is represented by a corporation, i.e. Disney. So fuck the Ducks. I like some of their players. I do like that alternate jersey they have. The alternate jersey is orange and it has the old like duck-looking Jason mask with the hockey sticks behind it, like a skull and crossbones. That is a badass jersey, and I would wear that even though I don't like that team. So we got through our California teams. Who else we got here? Arizona Coyotes. I'm so-so on Arizona. They were the former Winnipeg Jets, and now we have the Winnipeg Jets back again. But yeah, I think that was just a bad idea to put hockey that far south in the desert. I mean, it's not a naturally occurring sport there, obviously, and it doesn't have a fan base really. Right now they play in a 5,000 seat arena, which is like 10,000 smaller than I think the next smallest arena in the league. It's become kind of a joke. I have nothing against the players or even I even kind of like their logo, but I don't. They just never belonged. I mean, they had a good few years when they first got there in the 90s, but they haven't been good or relevant in a very long time. So I just wish they would go somewhere into Canada, maybe bring them back up to where the Nordiques used to play. That'd be kind of cool. But not hate, just like, why are they here? That's kind of how I feel about Arizona. Minnesota Wild, like a lot. Once the North Stars moved down to Dallas back in the 90s, that was necessary to finally get Minnesota a team. I think they've been around for 10, 15 years, maybe a little longer. But I always like the Wild. I like their colors. I like their logo. And they're one of my backup teams that them and the Canucks and Buffalo. They're teams that have never won it. I'm always going to cheer for them more. So no hate towards Minnesota. Good team, fun to watch. A lot of fast skaters. A very entertaining team to watch. St. Louis Blues, I'm kind of the same with them. St. Louis Blues took a long time, just like the Washington Capitals did, that I mentioned in episode 3, I believe, or 4, or 2, doesn't matter. But St. Louis took a long time to get their cup. I believe they came into the league in 70, maybe, or in the 70s, and they didn't win until 2018. So good for them. Glad they got their cup. Generally like that team. I like blue a lot, so I like the color scheme. I like that it has the jazz reference of the St. Louis Blues. They don't only wear blue, but the logo is literally like a flying music note. It looks really cool. So I always like them. And finally, at least in this bracket, has the Vegas Golden Knights, another hate team. I just hate Vegas as a town. I know that's not. I know why is it there? You know why? Because my people, the Sicilians, the mob, put it there. I just don't like Vegas. I haven't been there in years and years and years. I don't see the point. I don't like that they marketed a place built on prostitution and gambling to families. I know it's got more to that now, but I also don't like that they were instantly good. Instantly, the year they came in 2017, I believe, 17-18 season. So actually the Blues won in 2019, right? Yes. So they came in and they went to the Stanley Cup final and they got beat by Washington, thankfully, and they won it this year. So they've been very good ever since they got on the ice because of the new way that they do the expansion draft. And I'll talk about that with Seattle in the next episode. But yeah, the Vegas Knights have an extremely solid team. They've been very good ever since they set skate on the ice, I guess would be more the proper way to say it. But I am not a fan. Plus, they are always a threat to Colorado. Like I said, my ultimate Stanley Cup every year would be the Islanders versus the Avs. I'd be happy forever. And I'd even get bored with that, to be honest. But yeah, Vegas. Congratulations, but not. So yeah, the 4 hate teams are Vegas, Tampa Bay, Los Angeles, Anaheim. Those are the ones I really. Oh, did I mention Dallas? I got like 5 of them that I really don't like. Even the Eastern Conference, I don't have any I hate. Maybe I have a bias towards the Eastern Conference because my team's in the Eastern Conference. And those teams have been around a long time, established. They were around like they came around when I was a kid or a tiny baby. And a lot of these teams I've seen just come in and frankly get hijacked out of Canada, like the Arizona Coyotes coming from Winnipeg, for example, Colorado Avalanche coming out of Quebec. So, but since I live in Colorado and like hockey, not as much hate on the Avs as the Coyotes, but a lot of these places, and just warm weather teams like I've mentioned, not a big fan. Anyway, I'm closing in on 10 minutes. there was more hate in that bracket than I thought there would be. So I'm glad. I hope you're enjoying these videos. I know it's just a silly middle-aged man's opinion, but like I said, if you go to the hockey guy, he's great. He puts out wonderful videos every day, probably twice a day. He really he knows his stuff. He works hard at it. And go to his channel, subscribe to it, the hockey guy, and I'll just be the minor hockey guy. I'll be the AHL of this combination. Anyway, I'm babbling. That's 10 minutes. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.